Oh, I love clothes. They're one of life's necessities. But you know when they go wrong? I mean really badly, tits in the suit wrong? Well, we've all been there in some shape or form. So let's share and celebrate our disasters. I'm Susanna Constantine, and this is my Wardrobe Malfunction podcast, a safe space where I talk to a very special guest about their relationship with clothes. We discover their comfort blanket, their burial suit, and obviously their most unforgettable wardrobe malfunction. Then, in Pyjama Party, it's just us. We've had so many brilliant stories from you, so thank you, and please keep sending them in to help@mywardmal.com or find us at mywardmal. And now, let's get on to this week's guest, Dame Kristin Scott Thomas. So where do we even begin? She's a BAFTA and Olivier Award winner who starred in dozens of films we've all loved. Four Weddings, The English Patient, Gosford Park, I've Loved You So Long, Nowhere Boy, one of my favourites by Sam Taylor Wood, and small TV shows that really didn't get the attention they deserved, like Fleabag. And we're about to see her in Military Wives, a new film out this week. Is there nothing like a dame? We're about to see as we grab the handles, open my wardrobe doors, and find out what's inside. I am with Kristin Scott Thomas, who I've got to say has been one of my heroines. And you and, dare I say it, Margaret Thatcher are my two female heroines.
I can see the link.
And you always have been. And you're someone who, you're like my kind of personal IMBD or whatever it's called for films. If you're in a film, it's guaranteed to be good.
That's nice. Thank you.
Okay, so that's where the arse licking stops.
Yeah, okay, I've understood. I'm bracing.
First question that we need to get out the way is, what are you wearing now?
You caught me short. I am wearing the things I went to the gym with. So I've got a very grotty pair of tracksuit bottoms and a very snuggly cardigan.
Great colour on you.
Cashmere.
Is that cashmere?
Yes, of course it's cashmere.
That's
Come
like
on.
ten-ply cashmere.
Yes, it is.
That is not cashmere.
It is.
You're lying. Yes,
No,
it is
it's not.
cashmere.
It is.
It's beautiful.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm very pleased with this.
And then a black T-shirt on.
And a black T-shirt, freebie from a film,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
And what exercise do you do? What have you
I
been?
go to the gym, I lift weights, so don't mess with me.
I need to start doing that.
It's really fun.
And it's good for osteoporosis,
It's
apparently.
good for all the things that we need glasses for.
Yeah. Or not, as the case may be. And not a scrap of makeup either.
No, I'm sorry about that as well.
No, but you don't need it. It's amazing.
But I thought this is it's sound only.
Yeah.
They won't notice.
They won't notice. I do, though.
They won't notice. Oh, God.
I do. I notice.
I don't like wearing makeup every day. I know I should, and certain people in my family, i.e. my mother, would say, darling, you'll disappoint your public. So I have to brush up a bit, but I don't really like wearing makeup that much.
I'm exactly the same. I hate, because I don't know if it was the same as you. I never had bad skin. I never had spots.
No,
and it was
never.
always, darling, my father especially, darling, you don't need makeup. You know, you're too young. So for me, it's a badge of youthful honour not to have to wear makeup.
Yeah.
Deluded.
Yes, but it can slip quite easily into can't wear makeup anymore, because you do have to change the way you put it on and things like that when you get a bit older.
Yeah, you can't.
Not suggesting that you're old or anything.
Well, I'm the same age as you. I probably look quite a lot younger. But
You
no,
are
we
much
are the
younger
same.
than me.
No, I'm not. I'm 2
I
years
get away
younger.
with quite a lot.
So when you're walking out the door, what's more important for you, your hair, your makeup, or your clothes?
It's the sort of the whole thing. Definitely not my makeup, though. So it's
No.
not the whole thing. I have real issues with my hair. I wish I had a different head. But clothes, I sort of get along with.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy clothes. I like what you can do with them. It's always my favourite bit of making a film, for example.
Is it really?
Yeah, finding the costume.
Yeah.
And if you've got somebody good with you, then, you know, it's just a joy.
But is it like sort of going to a couture house every time because it's all made to measure and
yeah, that's
and you
the
watch
problem.
it and see the process?
There are drawbacks with doing a lot of films and having a lot of wardrobe made for you, is that then it's really hard to just go into a shop and purchase something because they rarely fit properly. And the person will say, oh, no, it's cut like that. And you say, well, Yes, no, doesn't work. So you can get spoiled like that when you've had things made for you a lot. It's very difficult. But it's not like couture because you are going in to create a character. And very often when you're working with a really good costume designer, I've been incredibly lucky because I've worked with some amazing people. You do discover the character as you go along, and you kind of, and they will suggest things or show you fabric, or it's more creative.
So then do you know, once you get further and further into the character, I imagine you begin to know whether that character would like that floral pattern?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you sort of know immediately. That's what's so clever about it, is that they bring you a certain sort of spectrum of choice. And you can sometimes shift that. Sometimes when you go in, they have one idea and you have a completely different one. And you can kind of move them to yours, or they move them to whichever's the better idea. But it can be really, really, it's a really creative process. I love it.
But has there ever been any costume that you've said, there is no fucking way I'm wearing that?
Yeah, there have. I remember saying to one, I think it was Jenny Bevan on Gosford Park, I said, I cannot wear this. I was very in character in Gosford Park. I cannot wear this. I look like an Olympic swimmer. I remember thinking that I looked too sort of butch.
And was it a dress?
So I've got very broad shoulders, and when you have straps here...
Spaghetti straps don't
No,
work.
they weren't. They were wide straps. Spaghetti straps are a bit better than wide straps.
Okay.
But if you have wide straps, your eye is sort of brought that way.
Yeah.
And so you look even broader.
But then you're lucky to have broad shoulders because clothes sit better on them.
Yes, in some ways, sometimes, but not when you're being asked to wear a dress like that.
Yeah.
So I refused. I dug my heels in.
When did you first gain an interest in...
I've always loved clothing.
Always loved clothes.
I've always loved clothing. And I think when you've worn a uniform for, 60% of your time, whatever it is, you tend to go for them more.
Yeah.
Well, I did anyway. I remember...
What, go for a uniform?
No, go for
clothes.
Like making a statement with your clothes. I think, and people often ask me in France, the difference between the way French women dress and the women, blah, 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 exactly. And I think, but the secret to that is uniform. I'm pretty certain of it. That we all have a uniform and people will try and escape from that uniform. So they are more adventurous. They do dare more. They're much more less worried about whether they'll be attractive in it or not. They want to just wear it. They want to own it, I think.
That is so true. And if you look at all the great British designers who have all, in my opinion, been so much more creative, maybe less wearable, but certainly like John Galliano, but more creative. That's probably where it's come from. That's probably why. You're absolutely right.
Don't know.
Yeah.
But I remember also, as a child growing up, constantly having clothes with other people's name tapes in them, cousins and things. And we were lucky enough to have some cousins who were quite glamorous and lived in Europe somewhere, I can't remember where. And so we'd get these beautiful, which my mother thought were beautiful, and they were beautiful a la Audrey Hepburn, but we thought they were foul. We wanted red vinyl and flower power, and we were given sort of pink tweed.
Oh my! Did you ever have a rebellious phase?
Oh yeah,
dressing?
definitely.
What
when I was
that?
about 16, my sister and I decided we were going to follow the punk fashion, so we did a lot of bin bags.
Did you really? I can't imagine that.
Yeah. Cut all their hair off, this kind of thing. We'd buy all our clothes from jumble sales and wear this 50s cocktail dresses and stilettos, and we had really good fun. It was such fun doing all that. You get fabulous things for 2p in jumble sales, and everything stank.
But you'd wear it, and you'd wear it out.
Lovely. Loved it. Yeah. And Mother was always really upset about it, because she'd say you could both be so beautiful. And my sister's famously beautiful. And yet there we were wearing these sort of things, objects.
But was your mum very stylish?
Yeah, she has. She goes through phases. Yeah, she has been. Like us all, I think.
But inherently.
Yeah. I mean, she has. My sister and my mother both have this incredible sort of natural elegance, because they're both very, very small and delicate, with very long limbs and very thin sort of. And everything is sort of graceful and gorgeous.
Well, don't you think you have that?
No. I'm a great big galumphing person.
How can you possibly not think that?
I don't know, I just don't.
No.
But there's another blog. It's about body dysmorphia.
Dysmorphia. Because I would say, okay, maybe your sister and your mum had the long limbs, but then maybe you've got this kind of inbuilt class. This, and I don't mean that in a upper class in that way, but you have this elegance in personality.
Don't know. You can't really figure that one out when you're the person.
Yeah.
And I would never think about that. It's just something doesn't really occur to me.
Were you ever kind of conscious of being a great beauty?
No.
I
mean, it's something that you got told, but it just sort of, it lands and then deflects. I don't know how to explain it better.
Did you disbelieve it?
Or I disbelieved it because I thought everybody was told that all the time anyway. So every mother in the world is going to tell their child they're the most beautiful thing in the world. And I just thought that's what people said.
I mean, the kind of insecurity of putting yourself out there must have been huge for you if you felt that you were the ugly duckling.
Yeah, but I just feel so much braver when I do.
Why?
I don't know. Something happens. I think it's the help of other people.
Or you're hiding behind what you're wearing, maybe?
You hide behind... Well, you don't hide behind. You invest and you become that.
But that's in an acting role. But let's say...
Yeah, but I mean, even if I'm going to something...
Carpet.
Yeah, if I'm going to something and I'm wearing some beautiful thing from...
Giorgio Armani.
Or... There's all these Italians, Valentino, or one of those amazing things. You do feel empowered by what you know or you believe to be, because people have different opinions, to be something that is a thing of beauty, and you are encased in it.
Yeah.
And it gives you it protects you in some way.
Armour. It could be everything you're wearing now is your comfort blanket. But with, travelling and being on and off set, and do you have something in clothing-wise or not?
Well, I used to have, I wouldn't say comfort blankets, but I have sort of things, that I have to wear.
Talisman. So is that
this
one
thing,
that you're wearing?
Yeah.
You see? So that's like a little...
It's a dagger of eternal wisdom, or infinite wisdom.
Goodness.
Yeah, and it comes from Bhutan.
And is that something you always wear all the time?
I have it, and when I lose it, I go bananas. But I do lose a lot of stuff. I'm very, very... Because I live such a sort of crazy, itinerant life. I leave things behind everywhere, and you're always sort of taking things off and putting other things on, and then taking things off again and putting... And what I used to do for a treat is buy myself... Every time I did a job, I would buy myself a present. And that present would be either these rings...
They're lovely, those.
I had this lovely... Just a plain gold, nice thick plain gold bangle. And about 6 weeks ago I took it off to go through passport, through the Bing Bing thing. And
it disappeared?
Yeah, it's gone. I think I must have chucked it in the... you have those trays, your bag is open. I took it off because I didn't want it to ping, and chucked it in my bag. I must have missed.
That's heartbreaking.
It's very annoying.
Lost every bit of jewellery. So I wear things that
you can't take off.
I can't take off, and I wear 24 hours a day.
Yeah. No, me too. This is what I wear with this thing. And I wore that bracelet like that.
So these are like loads of little
they're right
gold
antique
rings.
things, and I bought them when I did the Three Sisters in London. Yeah. And they're lovely.
Yeah, they are. Simple. Simplicity is the art of decoration, as my father would always say. Your talisman, your Bhutanese talisman, when did you get it?
I got it about 6 years ago. My best friend and I went on this wonderful trip to Bhutan, and we were in a monastery, and these things were for sale, and we're a sucker for postcards and general gubbins, and we each bought one of these. In fact, I lost one, and surprise, surprise, and she gave me hers.
Oh, sweet of her. And then you got something else dangling off there. Is that a brooch?
That's a present.
That's beautiful.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
That came from a junk shop in America. Isn't it sweet?
Kidding?
Yeah.
Let me have to put my glasses on again. So it's
I love jewellery. I just can't seem to hang on to it.
Antique jewellery I love.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, that is so pretty. So it's like a little gold star, almost like a starfish. Like a flower, yeah. And then it's got seed pearls and a diamond in the middle. It's so pretty, and it can be a brooch or a pendant.
It's all a bit bashed and wonky,
it's
and
lovely.
I love it.
Yeah. So those are your 2 comfort blankets.
Yes.
What has been the most, in roles that you've done, the most uncomfortable costume you've worn?
Oh, that's easy. In a film called The Invisible Woman.
Oh, about Dickens.
Yeah, about Dickens. We had corsets. Actually, no, every time I wear a corset, I love wearing a corset, but they do you in. They really do physically do you in. Because all your organs are compressed.
Christ.
And your muscles don't work. So if you go for months wearing a corset, your back will go eventually.
Because it becomes so reliant.
Because your abs aren't used. And it's really, really bad for you. I remember sitting in the hairdressers once. This is a nice little anecdote for you. Sitting in the hairdressers once, and Catherine Deneuve comes in and she says, toi tu fais un film avec un corset. You know, you're doing a film with a corset, aren't you? And I said, yes, how did you know? She said, because you've got huge circles under your eyes. Because the liver won't work properly. So you get big dark circles. And so anything with a corset is, I mean, there are certain corsets that I don't mind. To be really precise, the corsets of the sort of mid-19th century are right, but anything later than sort of 1870 is a nightmare. Because it comes all the way down here.
Okay. And are they made of whalebone? I mean, do they make them in the traditional way?
Plastic or iron or whatever. And some people make them better than others.
Yeah. And how long do you have to wear them for on, what's the longest you might have to be?
You could be in your corset for sort of 10, 12 hours easily.
Christ, that must be hell on.
Yeah.
I would hate that, the claustrophobia.
Well, I quite like it. I love being held here. I love that sort of... It gives you a different way of walking, a different way of looking at the world. Your whole attitude changes when your back is straight and you're sort of... You're not blobbing all over the place, which I really, really like that sensation. But you can't really do it for more than about 6 hours without being in discomfort.
So your waist went from what to what in the tightest corset?
Oh, I remember we had a competition in Three Sisters of who could have the smallest waist, and I won out of the girls' dressing room.
So how small was it?
Oh, I don't know, something ridiculous, like 23 or something. Stupid.
My gosh.
That
That must be really hard, wearing a corset on stage.
It's less time. It's not.
It's more physical.
It's fine.
Acting on stage.
Fine.
No,
something happens when you go on stage. I don't know what it is. You could do anything. No, the worst thing about being on stage is being on a rake. You know, when they tip the stage.
No idea what that means.
A rake is when they tip the stage so that the audience can see.
Okay,
I
never knew.
Yeah, sometimes it's about this.
That must
it can
be
quite
impossible.
steep. So you're like you're walking on a hill all the time, and that really does your back in.
Have you ever had to do that in heels?
Yeah, in heels. It's a bit like going on a down escalator. You know, those really slow travelling walkway things in heels. I used to love heels, and I still do. I love the way they look, and they make you walk, and I love all that. And it just gives you a sort of bit more energy somehow. However...
Yeah, you do. And immediately, it's like you say with the corset, your posture becomes so much better. And I do believe, and I'm a terrible sloucher, but if your posture is good, it's one of the most youth-making things.
Oh, I know. I see my mother, for example, has the most fantastic posture. A great friend of mine makes shoes, and he was telling me that that's what women wanted platforms, because it made them as tall as, and indeed taller than men. And it gave them a feeling of power, of exactly power. And that high heels do that, and that's why women are addicted to them.
In terms of your own style, I watched most of your films, but the one that I personally think is, and I might be totally wrong, is most you, is the French film you did. It was French-speaking, and The Bitter Winter's Chill, or the...
Oh, do you know what? I've never seen that film.
Haven't you really?
No.
It's actually quite good.
Is it?
Yeah. But the way you're dressed in that, I imagine, is how you like to dress most of the time, which is kind of shabby but chic.
Really?
Is that right or wrong?
I hated every single thing about that film.
Oh, for God's sake. Did you hate the clothes? No, come on.
No, the clothes, I just thought the clothes were just, they were fine.
They were fine.
But they didn't go with the woman who was living in that house.
No, she could have been. She
needed style.
more,
She needed a bit more
more
Celine.
elegance. Yeah,
She needed a bit more Japanesey stuff. She needed a bit more stronger shapes.
Yeah.
You don't live in a house like that and
that
dress
modern,
like that.
clean house.
No, you do not live in a house like that and dress like that.
So, how do you think you dress compared to the interior of your house?
I think it's pretty similar, actually. I was just looking around.
Yeah, it's clean lines, muted colours.
Yeah, but these aren't my colours. This is my house. My own house is the opposite of this.
Is it?
It's super bright colours everywhere.
Do you wear bright colours?
I love wearing bright colours.
Do you?
More than anything. I love red. I love pink.
That's
love
for
yellow.
evening.
Yellow. I love yellow. Orange. I love wearing orange. I
Yellow,
remember
you'd have to be
ago,
quite careful with, don't you?
No, yellow looks great.
But it has to be the right yellow.
Yeah, you can't have mustard or anything wimpy like that. It has to be like a really
Strong.
good, bright Chinese yellow.
But that's for evening. But do you wear bright colours in the day?
I've got a bright yellow. You should go and have a look. Bright yellow dress that I wear non-stop in the summer.
In the daytime?
In the daytime, yeah.
Yeah, but that's summer. What about winter?
Oh, winter is harder.
Come on, give me a break here, Kristin.
Winter, I guess winter doesn't really call for bright colours. Though,
Unless it's a puffer jacket, which is...
Yeah, but I don't think it does. I think you probably get away with orange, dark orange in the winter and dark reds, but you got to go with the grey sky, I think.
Okay, you really want to mould into the background, don't you?
No, I don't want to mould
disappear.
into the background. I want to be
Camouflage into the
complementary to the background.
A lovely pink with grey would be gorgeous.
But you know, I don't want to stand out in jarring way. I don't mind standing out because it's just gorgeous. I'd love to do that. It's my aim, believe it or not. But the idea of being upsetting to people I find that quite difficult. I don't want to...
Do you think clothes can upset people?
Oh, yeah, people can... Yeah, offend, yes.
Really?
Oh, my God, what is she wearing? It's just ghastly, I can't look.
Okay. Yeah, I've never thought of that.
Oh, yeah.
I can offend myself.
Oh, no, yeah. Too
So
short
have you ever
skirts,
done
things
that?
like
What, Kristin, was your worst wardrobe malfunction?
Well,
you're looking like you've had a few.
I have had quite a few. Apart from one day, which wasn't really, it was because the dress was a little bit too big and it was very, very heavy, made out of beading, lots and lots of beading, and it just slipped and slipped and slipped and slipped and all evening. And
was it strapless?
Yes. Suddenly I realised my nipples were out. But that wasn't the worst. The worst was when I was in the Toronto Film Festival and I had the most beautiful red dress from Jean-Baptiste Valli. And luckily I had a backup. Oh, my God. They put me in. I'm thinking, yes, this looks so good. Right. We had to take it off for another reason. I was trying it on. Take it off to do something. I can't remember what. Change the underwear. Undergarments.
Pull up your Spanx.
Undergarments.
Oh, okay,
incredibly important.
Very.
What do they call it? The underpinnings. It's so important.
Upholstery.
So important. Anyway, something had to be done there. And then, of course, we couldn't get it on or off. It got stuck. Because, you know, there's annoying little...
That seam around
the waist
Yeah.
when it's a bit too tight.
Yep.
Because it's a sample size and, you know, you're a human being, not a model. And they try and pull the zip up. They try and pull the zip down. I'm stuck in the dress, basically. Stuck in the dress.
in probably a fat dress
5 minutes
thousands
before,
and thousands of pounds.
And they had to cut me out of the dress, and I had to have the backup, which is very disappointing because I really like that red dress. I love a red dress.
Yeah, I love a red dress. The Valentino red, you can.
Yeah, it's heaven.
I'm always drawn to red evening dresses.
Heaven, that dress.
Was there ever a time when, you know, most of us, I've certainly been through the kind of midlife crisis, which was more of a mental crisis as opposed to a physical one, but when you suddenly realise you're invisible?
Oh, God, yes. That was such a shock.
Tell me about
shock. I think about 5-6 years ago, I really started to notice, because of two things. One, you know, when I try, I scrub up and I can be, you know, remarkable. Remarkable.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to be remarkable.
It's a very good thing.
So that and being famous has given me sort of, I've got used to being taken notice of, remarked. Suddenly you're not. Suddenly you go out in the morning and you can be dressed the same way, you can be wearing the same sort of thing, you know, brushed and the rest of it, not frightening, and just be totally and utterly invisible. No one takes notice of you. No one sees you in the street. People barge into you. People walk straight past you in a doorway. It's absolutely extraordinary how that happens.
If you're going to be remarkable now, how do you dress, and how has the way you dress changed from...
Well, actually, at this precise moment, I'm really wrestling with my wardrobe, because I've brought a lot of stuff back from Paris, and somehow it just doesn't sort of work here. Things don't work here as the way I thought they were going to work. And
why do you think that is?
I don't know. Just recently, I've had a gear change again in the way I am physically.
Okay.
So my stuff that was great last year, my winter stuff from last year, which is fine, it just sort of isn't anymore. Not because I bought it when it was super fashionable, because I don't really buy fashionable things, but it just sort of doesn't quite kick it. And the one thing I am terrified of is, I think what happens is that we get stuck you stick to the style that you are most admired and recognised for. For example, in my case, people love me and they've loved me in those strapless gowns from things, and they love me with my hair. They love me looking sort of like a classic statue type person. Or they love the sort of English patient, white shirt, trousers type thing. So every time I go to do a fashion shoot, which I've sworn I will never do anymore again, that's what they put me in. They put me in a white Armani shirt and a pair of pants, and it's so boring. But what I'm frightened of is that you get stuck in that period when you're most successful, you're most admired, and you kind of keep hanging on to that. You see that with women who won't change their makeup, or women who won't change the length of their skirt, and things like that. And I think that's
so true.
That's so dangerous, and I really want to avoid that. That's what I am very, very aware of.
And you're at that crossroads now.
Well, I am. I'm wrestling a little bit with what I've got.
It's difficult. I mean, I'm exactly the same, but I think I've kind of got through that now. And because I got big tits, and when I was working with Trini, it was, Trini was the beautiful one, and I was always the slightly sexy one. And so, my tits were always not out for show, but I kind of played to that. And now I'm way too old to do that. So it's like, what's the answer?
What do we do now?
So what do we do now? And for me, I've gone completely the other way. I sort of cover up, and I'm finding I'm dressing in a much more masculine way, more androgynous, which pisses me off on one hand, because I can't bear the way fashion is becoming more androgynous, and there is less definition between the sexes. Women should be beautiful and glamorous and sexy.
I've always been drawn to that. I've got the opposite. So I was always a sort of skinny little thing, and suddenly I'm not anymore. It's more difficult. I mean, there's one piece of kit that I have that people have great difficulty winkling me out of, which is a Bella Freud jumpsuit, like the Le Mans one.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Won't take it off.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the choice today.
Yeah.
But I love wearing that, and I think it's fine for me to wear that, because there's a sort of humour in it somehow. There's something that is light-hearted in it. But you don't want to go down that road in a too serious a way. So I wouldn't want to wear a man's suit, for example, because I just can't carry it off anymore. I could do that 10 years ago, but not.
I think that.
I just look slightly borderline, slightly evil master of the universe.
Because I kind of had that in the back of my mind, but I'm going to have to scrap it now. I was thinking maybe I'll go to Savile Row Taylor.
You could.
No, but you think?
No, you could, but not me, because you are womanly. I'm sort of. I don't know what I am.
No, I see. I think isn't that interesting? I can think completely the reverse.
No, see.
I think I'll look like I'm in fancy dress slightly, or in drag.
Oh really?
Whereas for you, it'd be incredibly sexy.
I don't like it. It looks butch. Don't want to look butch.
Okay, so the final question is, how would you like to leave this earth? What would your burial suit be?
I'd love to be buried in some sort of frothy, gorgeous piece of couture, a sort of princess ball gown, queen dress.
Not, you have to
I
be
don't
careful.
want to be princess.
You don't want to be too mutton dressed as lamb in
No,
your coffin.
but that's why I said queen.
Okay, queen. Empress.
But not stiff. A bit of Miss Havisham, actually.
Yeah, because I kind of I think about that. I have thought about this now.
Do you? I've never thought about it in my life.
I think now that I would like to be in something which sort of is representative of a cloud. And thereby something heavenly.
But that's sort of what I was trying to express. But
that's a neck curtain type thing.
Neck curtain type thing, yeah. Or a bit of cotton wool.
Yeah.
Nestling.
Naked. Lovely. Well, listen, you've been really interesting and amazing, and I wouldn't have expected anything else. But before I go, I've got a little prezi for you. Don't get too excited.
No,
really, actually, it's quite good after our conversation.
Put my specs on.
I am quite excited. So just before I give it to you, I want to explain the method to this madness. So you've mentioned that you feel invisible. And you flitted between Paris and London, which can be quite confusing, especially as far as crossing the road is concerned. Okay. So with that in mind, I bestow... No, okay, try and guess.
I think it's a yellow vest.
Oh, you cow. Open it up.
Oh, bright pink fabulousness. It is almost. It's a pink high-vis vest.
It's like pink high-vis vest.
This is fantastic.
You'll never wear it, but it's a little memory. Oh my God, please don't wear it out in public.
I will wear it in public. Oh. It's fantastic. I know someone who's going to really like me in this. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. I hope it fits.
I'm sure it will.
It is shaped. Have you noticed? It's slightly waisted.
I know, it's ladies' version. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you. It's been really
fun. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I've had a girl crush on that woman since The English Patient, and she was so lovely, so welcoming, so hospitable, made us tea, and proved that there really is nothing like a dame. Again, thank you, Kristin, and make sure, everybody, that you go and see Military Wives. And now it's just us, and it's time for a rather special pyjama party. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Debbie, how are you?
Well, I'm very well. That is actually a very familiar voice. I think I'd recognise your voice anywhere.
Oh, my goodness, poor you. But you are so adorable to send in your wardrobe malfunction, and I have to say, my blood went cold when I read it.
Quite. Mine still does 4 years later.
Is that only 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, listen, will you tell everyone about what happened?
Okay, right. I was in Malaga pre-Christmas on a company overnighter, along with all my colleagues, of course. It had been a long day. We'd only arrived first thing in the morning, crashed into bed at about 1 o'clock, only to wake sometime later, needing the loo. So rather than put the light on and wake myself up properly, I just sort of felt along the wall for the bathroom door, opened the door and went in. Except 1 second later, I discovered I wasn't actually in the bathroom. I was outside in a very brightly lit corridor, just watching the door clunk quietly behind me, which was bad enough in itself because it was one of those keyless ones, a card opening one. But not only that, as I looked down, I realised I hadn't put on the lower half of my shorts pyjamas. I was just wearing a vest top.
What did you do?
Well, once I'd taken stock of that, what was I going to do? I was now locked out of my bedroom. I had no idea where any of my colleagues were. The only course of action was to somehow get myself down to reception, which in this case actually involved me pulling down my little vest top as low as it could possibly go, and holding it like a nappy between my legs.
Oh, but didn't your boobs then pop out the top?
Thankfully not. No, I was barely covered, as you can probably imagine. And I got in the lift, and I got out of the lift in reception and what the poor receptionist must have thought male, as I approached him wearing what was looking like a sort of nappy, he just handed over a spare key, and then I had to go back to the lift, this time pulling the top down at the back to cover, well, I don't know, the worst, I suppose. And back up to the room where I just lay in my bed, just going hot and cold, thinking about it until it got light, really.
Dying. You must have been...
Dying. And then going to breakfast and telling my colleagues something. They said, are you okay? And I said, something happened. And then when they sat and listened to it, obviously they were all in absolute hysterics.
Oh, my goodness.
Kind of them.
Oh, so do you mind me asking how old you were when this happened?
When I'm saying colleagues, I had just finished work. I'd early retired. I was 55. And I'd been invited back for the Christmas do. And weirdly, I've not been invited on one since.
Oh, no, but it won't be because of that, because they might get another story out of you.
Definitely not. But 55, yes, and should know better.
All right, my darling one. Well, listen, Debbie, you are so sweet to tell us about this, and keep listening.
I will keep listening, and I'll keep telling people too.
Okay, you're fantastic. All right, my love. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem.
Take care.
You.
Big kiss.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And guess who's back? It's Will and Ben from the band Duo. Oh my goodness, you are amazing. But I've noticed that you play like that, but you don't have picks, but you have these extraordinarily disgusting long nails. How do you grow them so long?
Well, you have the joy of going to a nail bar and getting acrylics put on.
What?
It's always fun, yeah.
Yeah.
How embarrassing is that, walking into a nail bar?
Yeah, you're probably, you're the only guy in there, obviously. So you do bring your guitar just to make sure everybody know it's because you're a guitarist. You only get one hand done, but it gives you it's exactly like if you've got 5 picks, so you can do 5 more, 5.
Let's see, how strong are they?
Oh,
have yours come off?
I've actually got naturals at the moment.
Do you get really sore nail beds from playing?
No.
Yes, well, no. What happens is every time you take them off, they pull off a little bit more of your nail every time. So they're pretty thin.
Yeah, no, I know that, but it's like it's like the pressure on your nails from playing, or do you just get so used to it?
No, you're
used to it now, I think.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So you go to the nail bar, you have them done. Do you have to maintain them at all?
Usually they're pretty solid, so they take a little bit of maintenance, but generally they're just unbreakable, which is why we use them. So yeah. Very easy.
You've got to file them as they grow, basically.
Because otherwise
you have to file them.
Bloody talons.
So is that something do you have to take a nail file with you everywhere?
Yeah, I've got to get the nail, the nail file, get the nails in shape. Basically, your sound depends on the shape of your nails, so, it's quite important.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's pretty important, yeah.
So that is your comfort blanket. You can't go anywhere without your nail files.
Don't go anywhere without a nail file. Correct.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'll file it anywhere. As I'm on the bus, in the car, on the train, I don't really mind. Yeah, get those nails out.
That's nearly it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, keep it under your hat. And if you have, please rate and review, then scale the nearest convenient peak and shout it from the hilltops. Before we go, one final huge thank you to Kristin for joining us. And last but not least, to you for listening. Now, let's hand over to the dazzling duo to play us out. Catch up with you soon. Until then, my wardrobe is officially closed.